Now it is my pleasure to welcome someone with really one of the coolest jobs in the world, Senior VP of Gaming for the WWE, Matthew Geyer. Welcome to the CES Digital Studio. Thanks so much for hanging out here.
Yeah, thanks for being.
Thanks. How many CESs have you been to?
This is my second CES.
Oh, second CES? Okay,
yeah, so I'm kind of new.
You're still young and fresh. Okay, so we're gonna ease you into this now.
Nice.
You know, with the success of the WWE titles, and you also have the ragingly hilarious Up, Up, Down, Down YouTube series. This has got to be an exciting time for you all with WWE and the gaming organization. What's new with you guys in the WWE?
Yeah, you know, gaming is a focus for WWE now. It's also a growth area for our business. Over the last couple of years, we've significantly increased our revenue, specifically in the gaming category, and it's a big opportunity for us. Another reason is about 85% of our fans self-identify as gamers. So when you think about that, a huge fan base of WWE fans that play games with a big growing, gaming category, it's a huge opportunity for us to build more game experiences and give, more experiences to our fans.
You know, you guys have had that explosive growth in gaming. What do you think maybe other global media companies can, like the WWE, learn from how you engage with your audiences, whether it's, Web3 or the metaverse, and looking at some of these platforms in the future?
Yeah, no, so, when we look at, I think the metaverse is interesting, right? There's, the emerging technology. I look at metaverse in a couple different ways. There's Web 2 and there's Web 3. So when we look at Web 2 metaverses like Fortnite and Roblox, the gaming platforms, I think that's interesting. We've done some pretty cool, interesting, exciting programs on that. We partnered with Epic Games last year during SummerSlam, where we did 3 brand integrations with 3 of their games simultaneously with Fortnite, Fall Guys, and Rocket League. It was pretty cool because we had some of our big superstars like John Cena and Roman Reigns in those games, and it really was really powerful for us. It was our biggest integration we've ever done from a fan and social engagement perspective. And what we realized is that bringing our brand into these massively scaled games, millions and millions of players in there, it really helped us increase our brand awareness and reach, and also bring in just new fans for WWE.
I find that fascinating, how a gaming platform like Fortnite that a lot of companies have worked with, but you're saying what a lot of people found is that has actually introduced people to the WWE through a video game completely unrelated to the WWE.
Yeah, and that's really interesting. And we want to do more of those. That's one of the things that we're looking at now is how do we do more of these collaborations with these big game companies and really partner with them in a big meaningful way that's also authentic.
Also, how have people like Xavier Woods and his YouTube channel, Up, Up, Down, Down, how has that brought in WWE's reach to that community? Because that is a space where maybe the WWE didn't have a foothold, but it's really been successful.
Yeah, so the Up, Up, Down channel is a great opportunity for our superstars to really be themselves.
Yeah.
And really showcase their passion for gaming culture. It's really given WWE a huge opportunity to reach a new, younger audience, in the gaming community that might not necessarily watch, WWE programming on linear television. And so, over the past 7 plus years, Xavier Woods has done a phenomenal job, really working hard, as a content creator, really growing a community of gamer-first fans. And so, it's really opened the door for WWE to really get more into the gaming space. There's been a lot of partnerships and collaborations with big gaming companies like Riot Games, NetherRealm Studios, Gears of War, Smosh Games. And so it's just a great opportunity really to get the WWE brand out into more of a gaming community. The other team is Xavier. He's super passionate.
He's a hardcore gamer. He's a legit gamer.
He loves games. And so
gamer.
He has this authentic, trusted voice in the gaming community, which has also helped bring in new fans into the WWE universe.
There's also, there's a lot of ways that you're trying to attract and increase, the WWE brand and its audience. So what are some of the new ways that people can actually immerse themselves with the WWE?
Yeah, so this year we're looking at announcing and launching some new games across new genres that we haven't been in the business yet. We have a pretty healthy portfolio right now. When we talk about our games, 2K22 was a huge success for us. Last year, we have a couple mobile games that do extremely well as well, such as WWE Champions. It's from a Scopely game. It's a match 3 game. It's done about 50 million installs.
just 50 million.
Yeah, we've also done, 2K has a game called WWE Supercard, which is 2K's highest grossing mobile game, and it's done about 24 million installs. So we have a huge portfolio of games that have done really well, but we want to do more games. We want to bring in new types of genres, both in the Web 2 and the Web 3 space, and just try to figure out what's the best thing we can do to our fans, because fans want more content. And we're really focused on that.
You're here, I talked about this being your second year, so What are some of the things that you're trying to hope to find or discover or maybe learn just being here at CES as, you know, as with your position?
I'm trying to figure out more, just focus on like Web3.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out like what everyone's doing in that space. Like talked a little bit about the Web2, you know, metaverse, but Web3 is something that we haven't explored yet. And we're really trying to figure out what's the best thing to do. You know, it's less game platforms right now. It's more, you know, interactive experience like the Sandbox and Decentraland. And so we're really trying to figure out like, what can we do in that space that makes sense for our fans? Like one thing that's very interesting for us about the metaverse and Web3, outside of just digital identity and digital, you know, asset ownership, is this idea of taking everything that WWE fans love, which is the programming, games, you know, shopping, you know, merchandise, socializing, and, you know, content creation. We think the metaverse really is like one of those areas that we can bring it all together into one experience, and just have our fans have a great time, you know, socializing and interacting, playing games, and watching programming. So we haven't figured that. We're still working through that and trying to figure out what's the best way of executing that. That's something we definitely are interested in doing.
But I think that's really cool because that's a really kind of honest answer. Of a lot of companies kind of act like they know exactly where the metaverse is going, what it's going to do, where you ask, let's say 100 people on the street, they're still trying to figure it out. Like here at CES is also where companies are trying to figure out where exactly the metaverse really can connect to consumers themselves. I mean, that whatever that killer app is or whatever that killer experience is that cracks that nut, I mean, that's what we're here to find. And so I thought it was kind of honest for you to say, hey, we are trying to figure this out just like everyone else.
Yeah, we're talking to different platforms and different companies and just trying to figure out what's the best thing to do. And hopefully at some point soon we'll be entering the metaverse, and it'll be pretty exciting.
You're gonna name it your own. It's not gonna be the metaverse. I don't know what the WoWoverse. Who knows? The Wowiverse. You know, also when you're here at the show, are there any things that you are kind of excited about just personally at CES? Are you a tech junkie in any way? Do you have any type of products that you're like, oh?
Not a huge tech junkie. You know, more of a gamer. So you know, for this event, I'm just going to go and just check out all the booths and look at all the different technologies and kind of just absorb it all, you know, as much as I possibly can.
You also did tease. You're like, hey, we have some new games coming up, or new. Can you give us an idea? Okay, you're going to say, hey, Brian, 2K23. Okay, I get it. They do that every year. Are there any other places, or maybe give us a hint of what you guys are thinking about from a gaming standpoint?
Sure, yeah. We talked a little bit about the Epic Games integration that we did, and it's really important that we do more of those brand integrations. So you'll definitely see more of those coming out later this year with other big publishers, gaming publishers, with some of the biggest games in the industry. So we're definitely going to be doing more of those, and they'll be announced rather soon.
Mm-hmm. Around a potential event around the WWE relatively soon?
Yeah, relatively soon. Yeah. So we'll definitely be looking to doing more of those integrations, you know, this year and the years to come. And again, the other thing, just the metaverse. That's the one thing that we're just trying to, you know, finalize and figure out how best to really launch our WWE experience, you know, in the metaverse. And so those are probably the two other things outside of obviously 2K23, which is going to be a big opportunity for us. Those are probably the three areas that we're really looking at.
All right, well, hey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
If you do call it the Wowiverse, you know, you heard it here first. No, he's the man that's going to make those decisions. So thanks again for joining us, everybody.
So
check out more from WWE at WWE.com.